Your comments make the show better. Send us your thoughts live on our Facebook channel to be the star of today's show. Can't catch us live? Hit us up on our other social media channels to have your say. For now, welcome to the Rod Peterson Show.
Good morning, Canada. Welcome to the Rod Peterson Show and sports fans around the globe. Canadian sports fans, I guess, wherever you may be populated. It's the Rod Peterson Show for this Monday, September the 9th, episode number 69 of your favorite sports talk show. We plan today to continue to make sports talk great again. And we have some wonderful number 69s to point out today, as has become our tradition when we move along show by show by show. I'm Rod Peterson. He's Darren DuPont. So if I'm Joe Buck, he's Troy Aikman.
I can deal.
You're okay with that?
Yeah, I'm great with that one.
You noticed they had America's crew in for America's game yesterday in the National Football League.
You know, great crews for the Cowboys and Giants game, and we got Jim Nantz and Tony Romo for the early game.
That which was your game.
Which was my game.
The Tennessee Titans having their way with Chris Jones' Cleveland Browns. We welcome to the bunker our good and longtime friend, J.C. Garden of CTV Regina. How you doing, J.C.?
Very well. Very well. Yeah.
You, the NFL aficionado, huh?
I might like it a little.
You have
much.
some sort of reputation in this province as the NFL guy, and that's not a bad rep to have.
I think that's pretty bold and probably will not live up to that statement. But
you'll be just fine. It's going to be a big football day as I run down my hit list here of what we're going to talk about throughout the program and here in the warm-up as well. Of course, week one in the NFL. That's our poll question, which we'll get to as well. Which of the blowout wins yesterday, which teams are real contenders? I had the Cowboys in there. I had the Chiefs. I had the Titans. And there was a lot of blowouts yesterday.
Yeah.
Can't remember who all it is.
Ravens.
Patriots. Oh, yeah. Shouts the business guy from the couch. His Patriots.
Patriots fans always thinking they're not getting their due, right?
Right. What more do you need?
Yeah.
Besides 6 Super Bowl banners,
and you're going to be the champion this year. I mean, let's just call a spade a spade.
The Patriots.
I'm done.
You're that's the lock of the season from J.C. Garden. So there will be a lot of NFL talk, but that's on our poll right now at Rod Peterson Show and on Facebook for Capital Auto Mall Universal Collision Center. Who's the contender already out of the blowout wins on Sunday in the National Football League? And we didn't put the Ravens in, even though they hung 59 on the Dolphins, because who believes the Ravens are going to win the Super Bowl? Everybody's going to beat Miami this year, guys. That's all.
Tank for Tua.
Right. Now, CFL, of course, Week 13. We're going to spend a lot of time on Week 13, the triple header in the CFL, Football Day in Canada. The commissioner, of course, Randy Ambrosie, will be with us live from, I believe, the CFL head office to kick off Hour 2. That's 11 a.m. Mountain today. Commissioner Randy Ambrosie. And our NFL, CFL insider, Tori Gurley's going to be with us as well. And I think he's in the big smoke, Hogtown. Tori can always talk NFL and CFL. His Browns just got a licking yesterday. And some tennis, a lot of things. But as far as the CFL triple header went, I just want to say this. I love the idea of Football Day in Canada. I love 9 straight hours of CFL football. But for me, life got in the way on Saturday, which is fine. I had a lot of things to do. So I didn't see any of the Argos Red Blacks game. I didn't see any of the Eskimos Stamps game. And I was in and out on the Ryder Banjo Bowl, and by the way, so were they. It was a 35-10. The Bombers hung one on them. But nephew's football game I went to, Big Bird was in a show and shine, which we almost won from what I understand. Had a wedding to go to and a political party fundraiser. So it was a busy Saturday. But I'm starting to think, as we discussed at our watch party yesterday at Ballers Rec Room, I think I might be a car guy now.
Yeah? You had fun?
For the first time in my life.
Do you have a car? What's your...
Big Bird.
No, but...
A favorite car? Yeah, 1975 Jeep CJ. Hello. That's my thing. People were taking pictures of their kids on Big Bird, sending it, putting them on social media. I'm thinking I might be a guy that just drives around every weekend across this continent and puts my vehicle in car shows.
Why not?
It seems like a nice life. It's a whole new world of people. Car show people.
Yeah.
I kind of like those people.
I've had the privilege to go to a lot of small towns, Saskatchewan, and through CTV, and we find, and in pretty much every small town, there's always like some car guy that has a collection of amazing cars. So I can endorse this hobby. I can't afford it, but
Well,
I can endorse it.
Here,
Nor do I have the skill set to actually fix it.
I don't know. I'm just starting to think that I'll just pack up my wife. We'll put Big Bird on a trailer and just go to car shows every weekend, show and shines. I'll be that guy.
But you got the taste now. And now
That's what I mean.
But now you got to win. So what do you?
I want to win
What
now.
are you going to do to Big Bird for upgrades?
That's exactly what I thought. So we didn't win it. Plainsview Credit Union put it on. Tell me what I need to do to win. I'm not going to cheat. What do I need to do? What kind of upgrades, paint jobs?
Yeah,
you tell it.
exactly.
You spit on the rag and shine things up. I want to win. Of course, if I'm going to enter it, I want to win it.
Yes.
Doesn't everybody?
Right.
I don't just want a ribbon. So maybe that's what'll be what's fun. And of course, Barrett Jackson came up.
Yeah.
Going to Phoenix and putting it in the car show. I'm going to be that guy. But as far as the football went from the weekend, before we get to the NFL, and JC's here for a good time, but not a long time, the top 3 cities for viewing of this program we know are Regina, Saskatoon, and Winnipeg. So they all factor into the Banjo Bowl. And I'll just say this. That's the kind of game. That was a heel to the teeth by the Blue Bombers to the Saskatchewan Roughriders. That's the kind of game that's a statement game for both teams, because Winnipeg's like, we are who we thought we were. Still the best team in the West Division, and they did it with their backups, and they came out and just kicked the Riders' ass from pillar to post, from the opening kickoff to the end of the game. And when Cody Fajardo comes out and says we didn't show up after the game, then I think we can say that the Riders didn't show up. So, JC, you said you checked out somewhat early on that game?
I checked out in the sense that I recorded it, I planned on watching it, and then the alert came in on my phone to say, yeah, it was 35-10. And then I looked at some of the highlights, or if you could even call them that, basically what Winnipeg did. And then it said, I'm not watching the rest of this. I'm not.
And you didn't really miss it.
No.
How about you, Darren?
You know, it's funny. Live, I didn't watch a snap. And it's funny that we're on the show because the tennis was on, but I did go back and watch it. And it's hard to watch. I mean, I was fast forwarding through parts too to get to the nuts. But, you know, Winnipeg, they were ready. They were completely ready to go. And you could see them dialed in on Cody Fajardo. You know, we had Ryan Ballantyne on from Calgary earlier in the season after the Calgary game. And they said, you know, they've got a scouting report on him. They knew Cody Fajardo's kryptonite, and Calgary had their way with him. Well, after 1 week of seeing him live, Winnipeg Blue Bombers seemed to have a pretty good read on Cody, too. Every time he tried to spin out of the pocket, right, and find space.
They were certainly ready for that.
They were ready for that every single time. And, yeah, they didn't show up. He said it. Solomon Elimimian had some good comments afterwards, too, where they kind of owned up to it. And I think that's a good sign that the players kind of are taking this one. But now you have to respond in a big, big way, because that's not something to be proud of.
With Montreal here on Saturday. Well, and that's the thing. JC, if you've watched any of this program, the opening segment is where we cover everything, and then a little later on we zero in on things a little more. So the fun part here is I'm at a fundraiser at Cravings off Victoria Avenue East, and somebody dared put on the tennis game, one of the servers or the bartenders, during the Banjo Bowl. And the poor guy almost got attacked. People were yelling at him. So for anybody to say, oh, what's more important around here, the CFL, the Rider game, or the tennis? Stop. Why do we even ask? Because no. And then, of course, by halftime, it's, can you put the tennis on? That's what.
Excuse me.
Can you come back over here for a second? So the tennis, obviously. So if you didn't watch it live, then obviously you were watching Bianca, which, if I may, up until 2 weeks ago, none of y'all knew who she was. So let's just, are we Raptors fans? Are we tennis fans? What are we? That part bothers me. The Johnny-come-lately of this country. But anyways, I get
like a Canadian winner.
We'll take them.
You'll take the fans.
We'll take them.
Well, you've been on the bandwagon for the whole sport, so I will give you the kudos.
Thank you.
Just not everybody else. So you were watching it live. What was your U.S. Open women's final afternoon?
What? It was exactly what Bianca's been kind of, the story she's been writing, right, of perseverance and this unbelievable mental toughness. One thing I've always noticed, we're sports people, right? And it's almost like a sixth sense that you have when you just know that things are going to happen, right? When a quarterback gets the ball with under 2 minutes to go, And you just know he's going to drive the field, right? When the Leafs are up 4-1, my Leafs, against the Bruins, and you just know that it's not over, right? You just know. And you know before it happens. You have those feelings. And, in sports, in tennis especially, when you get momentum on your side, it is very, very tough to come back. Very tough to break it. So first, Serena is one of the greatest, if not the greatest of all time, down 5-1 in that second set with her back.
Are you calling her a goat?
She might be.
I'm joking. She's a goat. She's the goat.
It's going to hair in her chin. No. Kidding.
Keep going. Sorry.
But she's
Sorry
down
to interrupt.
5-1, and she finds she wasn't getting it. Nothing was going right. And so she starts coming back. She breaks Bianca's serve twice, which that's tough to do. And the whole crowd, LeBron's there, Spike Lee's there. Everybody who's anybody is there in New York watching. And they're all
Henrik Lundqvist.
Yes, they're all cheering for Serena, and she's coming back. And now she's back on serve, and it's done. How does this 19-year-old recover? I thought it was over. I've got that feeling. I know it's over. Serena's still down in the first set, but she's won the whole thing. And she found a way to come back and win that thing. It's one of the most incredible things I've ever seen.
Great story, absolutely. But I think when the ratings come out, well, I guess we'll find out. In Saskatchewan, it's going to be riders here, tennis here, and Manitoba too. But across the country, probably a lot more even. Ryan Ballantyne, you gave him the shout out. The Stampeders blogger said he is on a flight, a WestJet flight to Toronto out of Calgary, and he just had to come on to gloat. And now he's checked out and he's done. So thanks. A lot of comments have come in. My mind's all over the place. Trent from Norway is watching this. He's checked in already this morning. Hello, Trent. Good evening. I hope the Kroomkaka was good. He says that he has watched till halftime of the Banjo Bowl, and he checked out. That was from Trent. Tom in Winnipeg this morning says, when you stop and think it over for a bit, the Riders were one play away from being swept by a team without its starting pivot and starting tailback. I'm thinking the Riders aren't exactly Grey Cup contenders at the moment. And that's why I said this is a statement game potentially for both teams, because I think we've followed sports long enough, and I've been on the inside long enough to realize that's the kind of ass kicking that puts doubt in the back of your own mind. How good are we? Because we just went in there, they were missing their 4 best players, and it wasn't even close. So now, as you said, will they bounce back against the Alouettes on Saturday? That's the question. They got a pretty good team coming in here on Saturday. And we'll delve a little more into the CFL games on the weekend. The NFL, obviously, with J.C. Garden. Number 69s. Jared Allen. Vikings great.
Yep.
Look that up. Nick Hutchins. Rider great. Offensive line. As Tyler, our top salesman, says, Brock Lesnar wore 69 with the Minnesota Vikings for that month.
Good catch.
Because I talked to Brock about that. It's a hell of a story. We're tight now. And I looked it up in the NBA. It said no one of repute ever wore number 69 in the NBA. The NBA is too classy to wear it. So we'll continue. This is the warm-up on this Monday morning. It's the Rod Peterson Show, Canada's most watched Facebook Live show. Listen live at rodpeterson.com. Catch our podcast at Apple Podcasts, Google Play Music, and iHeartRadio.
You're watching Rod Peterson On Demand. For more of the Rod Peterson Show, visit rodpeterson.com or follow Rod Peterson on social media.